All right, so we haven't checked in with the donkeys in a while. And in fact, the last time I tried to check in with the donkeys, it ended up in a baby bunny rescue. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Part of the reason I haven't checked in with the donkeys in a few weeks is because they are just loving life right now, right? The weather has been really cooperative for them to spend most of their time out in the pasture. They are fully slicked out. There's a few patches of winter coat still hanging on in places, but they're pretty much fully slicked out for the summer. The flies and the bugs have been laid down because we've had a nice batch of wind. And they've just really been doing what you're seeing now, which is enjoying life and not really interested in interacting with people at the barn or anything else. As long as they have food and water, they're content. There hasn't been any drama in the pasture. They had their farrier appointment today, so that's probably another reason that they're staying away from me. So their hooves got done today. Good report on their hooves, which is always nice. And of course, they were fairly well behaved, which is also always nice. So overall, there hasn't been much to share or much to highlight. They've just really been doing what donkeys do, which is spend time in the pasture, graze a little bit. You'll notice that they're grazing like the lowest possible grass, the little shoots that are coming up. They're not even grazing the good, lush, nutritious stuff because they self-regulate pretty well. Unlike horses who can, I don't even know if I'm going to use the right term, but I believe it's founder, like they can eat too much grass and get sick. Donkeys don't really do that. They can, but I don't find that they do. I find they self-regulate pretty well. It's not to say my guys couldn't lose a pound or two, but it is to say that they don't actively spend all day eating the most nutritious, most fattening stuff. They're down there grazing on the weeds and the yuck that's coming up right at the grass and the dirt level, and they're loving it, right? So, when people yell at me that donkeys can only live on dry lot and they're desert animals and they can't have all this grass. Yeah, they can. They can, they do, they will, they should. Is it, again, kind of the correct thing for every single farm and every single donkey out there? No, of course not. Every animal is an individual, every situation is individual, and you have to base it on what you know. And if you keep your donkeys on dry lot and it's working, fantastic. I purchased my donkeys from somebody who keeps their donkeys and raises their donkeys and breeds their donkeys in pasture. My donkeys have always been on pasture since the day they were born. And they're going to continue to remain on pasture. And it's not hurting them. It's not killing them. Again, yes, they probably could stand to lose a pound or two. Frankly, so could I. Some of that is just their age, right? They've reached not middle age. They're kind of closing in, I would guess. I don't know, Penny is 14 or 15 now. And Dee Dee is 19 or 20. I'd have to look at their paperwork to verify, but you get the idea, right? They can live 40 years. And I expect that they should get into their late 30s at the very least. So, 20 is still in their prime, and that's about where Dee Dee is right now, which is so weird to say because in my brain, it hasn't been that long. But we did get her when she was 6. Actually, she was 5.5 going on 6, right? And Penny we got as a baby, so Penny's a bit younger. But we've had them for, almost 12 or 13 years now. And so, yeah, you do the math and you're going, oh, okay. It does add up. And yeah, we've got donkeys that are in their 20s or we have one donkey who's going into her 20s. And she still looks fabulous. And she's on pasture and has always been on pasture. Sorry, I got completely and totally distracted because a herd of deer just crashed through the woods. I couldn't see them, otherwise I would have spun the camera around for you. But we did get a video the other day of Mama and her fawns, and then we had a surprise run of a young buck past the pond. So you got a few bits of deer here and there. But yeah, that's what's going on with the donkeys. It's why we haven't checked in with them in a while. Once they're done with this kind of, enjoyment of the summertime weather and things, start to change a little bit, we'll get back to silly donkey games. They'll start to play and get the zoomies again. But right now, they're just busy doing what donkeys do. And that's exactly what I want from them. I want them to just enjoy their lives. They don't have to perform for us and they don't have to perform for me. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And I would get a headshot for you, but neither one of them wants to pick their heads up. The closest we're going to get is Penny. and she's like, nope. We can get a nice shot of Donkey Tush. But Dee Dee's not having it. They're not feeling the camera today. So there you go. That's your donkey fix. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I hope the weather is as gorgeous by you as it is by us. And as always, until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.